Module 3, Pass Protection Continued. In Module 3, we'll be discussing and learning about our 4-man slide protection. Before we begin, however, it's important to note that the two previous pass protections have consisted of a 3-player slide to one side and a 2-player man side to the other. The first module discussed our 5-man protection, Roger and Louie, which was a 5-man protection, allowing our back to free release. The second module addressed our 6-man protection calls of Fred and Felix. The R or L in the name still indicate what direction the slide is going to, and the F indicates that the back is in protection as well. The third pass protection will also use guys' names with letter indicators to serve as a prompt for the players in the protection scheme. The 4-man slide protection calls are Rico and Leo. The R and the L in the names still indicate slide right or slide left respectively. However, the O means that only the opposite of the call, outside lineman, is locked on man. So a Rico call would look something like this. The right tackle, the right guard, the center, and the left guard are the players in the slide. R for Rico, R for right. These 4 account for these 4, regardless of whatever gap they attack. The only player not in the slide would be the outermost, outside, opposite the call player, in this case, the left tackle, because R for Rico, R for slide step right, except for the opposite, outside, offensive lineman. And the quarterback is responsible for the will, the unaccounted for 6th defender in the box, and he throws hot off of any pressures. And conversely, a Leo call would mean that the left tackle, left guard, center, and right guard will be protecting the gap to their left. L for Leo, L for left. The right tackle is the only player not in the slide because he would be the opposite outermost player on the line of scrimmage and be therefore locked on man. This adjustment from a 3-man slide to a 4-man slide is used to combat odd fronts, double gap pressures, exotic pressures, and or personnel mismatches. These diagrams will illustrate why it could be particularly difficult for the center to stay in a half slide, half man protection. A nose tackle could slant into the slide protection, but he could just as easily slant to the man side of the protection, making it difficult for the guard, possibly creating gaps or holes in protection, and or resulting in confusion or blown assignment. The effectiveness of a double A gap pressure, or stunt, can also be negated with a 4-man slide, which otherwise might prove effective against our base protections. Here you can see the 4-man slide versus an exotic pressure, chaos or amoeba defense that have become popular lately. Movement post-snap with gap exchanges can certainly be confusing, but the 4-man slide provides answers and alternatives to these well-designed gadget defenses that maybe the half-slide, half-man isn't as effective as against. I hope you now have a solid understanding of our 4-man slide protection, Rico and Leo. This adjustment from a 3-man slide to a 4-man slide is simple, yet very effective, and it changes very little for the offensive line and nothing for the quarterback or F if he happens to get tagged in protection. Rico or Leo can be checked to at any time by the center and or the guard if the situation warrants it. It's important to remember that success in football offensively, and defensively for that matter, always starts up front. Spread 'em and shred 'em, spin it to win it.